Everybody, Jerome Wright here, and once again you're here with me on my Jerome Wright channel. Here I'm back here again with another mausoleum. It just seems like it's just one thing branching off into another. As you know, I did the Woolworth Mausoleum, which actually is an Egyptian style mausoleum, and I found that to be very crazy because Woolworth was a tycoon that is equivalent to what our Walmart is today, and this guy built his empire on five and dime stores. You know what I mean? This is how he became famous and got all his riches. So my thing is, why in the world was Woolworth had an Egyptian pyramid? So I started looking more and more into this. Comes to find out that in late 1800s, going into the early and earlier on 1900s, all of our well-to-do, the names that were names here in America, famous people, wealthy families, they were making their mausoleums Egyptian style. Alright, now this is supposedly been something that evolved from French, and this was a trend. They call this a trend. People, this is not no damn trend. We all hold death in a symbolic at a symbolic level that is equivalent to say, hey, listen, this is where I want to be close and next and be near and dear to God. So these people, by placing their remains in these Egyptian style tombs here in America now, if you Google, I challenge you to Google Egyptian tombs and Egyptian mausoleums in America, or Egyptian mausoleums, period. If you Google that, New York would come up #1, and all you have to do is click on images, and people be amazed of all of the well-to-do, rich and famous people in our country in the earlier times, in the late 1800s, going on to the early 1900s, that have these tombs, especially in New York. It's my position that these people knew their true origins of who they were genetically, how they evolved, and the reason why they put these pyramids, their remains in these pyramids, is for the same reason that great pharaohs did the same in Egypt. These people are paying homage to the evolution of their being. Now, what is the evolution of their being? What do this pyramid mean? Well, I can translate this just as easy as American apple pie. All right, but hold on, we're gonna wait for that. I'm gonna put you on hold for that. This pyramid belongs to Smirnoff. I gotta give you his name because I can't say it right. It's a pyramid mausoleum. There's his name there. This guy was a big brewer in Chicago. It's let me say, his name is Schoenhoffmen. Okay, and it's a pyramid mausoleum. All you gotta do is just Google Egyptian style pyramids and go there. All right, now this guy, he was a brewer. He's the first guy that put beer in a can in America or anywhere in the world. He's the first person to put beer in a can. So this man was rich beyond belief. He's got his mansion still standing today in New York, this, that, and the third. So this man, at some point or another, this man built a successful brewery company. So people, at what point did this man had a higher knowledge? Because it's not just him alone in these Egyptian pyramids. You have Woolworth and many other successful businessmen that went and put their remains in these Egyptian tombs. Now this is okay. Hold on, because I'm getting excited here, because this is truly amazing. Now look what archaeology. This is an archaeology report. This is an archaeology ad. And advertising. This is what they said. Cementeries. Egyptians held a deep belief in the afterlife and preserved their bodies and possessions for use after death, placing them in elaborate pyramids, mastabas, and rock-cut tombs. New Yorkers have long looked to ancient Egypt for inspiration when it comes to memorializing their dead. The great cemeteries of New York are nestled in the boroughs. Calvary in Queens, Greenwood in Brooklyn, and Woodlawn in the Bronx. These cemeteries have extraordinary grave markers and mausoleums, some of them quite Egyptian in style, including temple mausoleums, pyramid tombs, and obelisk tomb markers. Common features include pairs of guardian sphinxes, papyrus stalks, columns, reminiscent and temple facades, lotuses, and the winged disc of Osiris, god of the dead, which is often depicted above the entrance of the mausoleums. So, people, these New Yorkers took this to heart. Now, I'm going to show you some other stuff real quick. This is another thing. I mean, we talk about these secret societies and all this. If you want to understand, look at this mausoleum here. If you want to understand a person and their wealth and how they got to their riches and fame and their understanding and their religious belief, all you have to do is go to their grave markers and look. People, this costs money to do this. You don't invest this kind of money in an Egyptian style pyramid with the Egyptian, all the Egyptian symbols on this thing, and not have a deep-rooted, heartfelt feeling that this is what you are. This is not no trend. This is reality. Let me read this to you, what this means. You want to know what this means? Here, I'm going to read it to you. This is my mausoleum. My body is in here. My name is Jerome Wright. My body is down in here. I'm placing, hypothetically, I'm placing my body in here. All right. So now I'm inside of here. I had this built. These are my lions. These my Egyptian glyphs up there, and the sun disc and the wings and all of that. This, that, the third. And now this is my message to you. What I am telling you. Hi. I'm speaking to you from my grave. My name is Jerome Wright. Okay. My body is placed in here. Because, and this is for the reality of the living. This is my spiritual message to the living and my spiritual message to the dead. For those that want to come, this is my dimensional doorway. So this is what I want to tell everybody. That I evolved from Africa, from ape through to Africans, and then I went to Egyptian. Through the Egyptians, I later became, by the way, I have to say that I'm Caucasian now at this point, because this is what this is stating. I came on to the likeness that I am today through that of the genetic altering, through that of the Romans and the Greeks. And this is why you have this Roman Greek style building. So you got 3 mentions of civilizations of people here now in genes. And now the remains of my body are in here based on everything that you see here. So you have African, Egyptian, and Greek, Roman, all tied into one, and it calls for why now hypothetically, I'm Caucasian. You have Jerome's Caucasian body in there. This is describing this genetic being of this person. And it's not just this person. You have the likes, the big names of Woolworth that have a sky towering building down in New York, the Woolworth building, and many others. Look at this. This is another. You see the Egyptian symbolization there at the top? This is serious, people. Back in the 18th century, where none of this stuff was even supposed to have been known. Here's another. More common and plain, but you can see up top there. If you Google Egyptian tombs or Egyptian mausoleums, people, be amazed at what you will find. All of these people are saying the same thing. Where in a day and age where we die, we're putting a cross and angels on our gravesite. These people that enjoyed a level of success unparalleled to many, most of us will never even achieve this success or even see this kind of wealth and this kind of money. The people that these people came in contact with, this is not no fashion trend. This is not no trend. This is reality. This is a message board. These people are stating, I evolved from the ape and Africa, and through a genetic cocktail, a cauldron, a chemistry that was created, genetically altered through the Asian world, came Caucasians. And this is the Roman style building. And by the way, people, they're telling you that the genes of the lion was a contributing factor that genetically altered them. And this is why these lions appear even in the Egyptian world. See my other videos. These people knew the truth about who we were all along. Who are genetically, our genetic identities. Known. The information known. People, look at what is happening today. Look around you. And I hate to use this as an example, but look at, in my own town, I can't go, I go to my local stores, I go everywhere, this, that, and the third, and I look at Caucasians, and then I look at African Americans. Look at the variations in the difference of the peoples, and not just the peoples in between. The Hispanics or the Spanish, or other peoples that are here, the Pakistanians, the Chinese, the Japanese, forget all of that. I'm just taking white and black, and look at the difference in the people. Look at what is happening. African Americans, African people are being driven to extinction. They're being used as genetic bridging devices. And this is why you have this high occupation of the British in Africa, the Germans in Africa. You see presidents retire and go there and open up clinics. People, what is happening is Africa is a cauldron for these cocktail of gene creations. And there's a cyclonation that they can go back into and keep tapping into these genes. And this is what is happening. Look in your cemeteries for the truth. If you want to know the truth, go walk amongst the dead in the cemeteries. And these older cemeteries, and where all of this, where these buildings and all appear, even in my area, the same exact thing. People, you don't die. If you're expecting for Jesus or for God to pick you up at your time of death, or when you reawaken or reemerge, you don't make yourself no pyramid or no mausoleum with the information of the pyramid, with the Egyptian and Roman in that. You put an image of Jesus or Mary. These people knew the truth in reality. And this is the problem that I have with everything, because you have a lot of people suffering today from different diseases, from cancers, breast cancer, ovarian cancer, urethrian cancer, prostate cancers. Then there's the other mental illnesses, dementia, Alzheimer's, then AIDS, all of these diseases. And most of which were caused by these chemistries, these cocktails, these genetic alterings. And they're allowing you to go back and forth and spread it amongst each other. And those that know about this secret are the only ones that benefit from this. I don't care whether you're white, you're black, I don't care who you are. It doesn't make a difference to me. My point is that if you do not know about this until now, I'm telling you about this, then you're not included in this. Even those that think that they know what is going on and they're accepted into these groups, they do not know. They're just being used. They're being used as herders to shepherdize other souls and other beings into a direction that they have no idea of where they're going. And I can show them exactly what it is. But my point is, they have you, now that you're getting close to reality and close to the truth, they have you looking to the stars. Everybody on TV, if you tune in, are talking about UFOs and secret societies, this, that, and the third, and Illuminatis and all of that. When reality is right there in your neighborhood and in your towns. They don't want you to see the truth. My name is Jerome Wright. I'm ending this video here. I'll put more in writing. Thank you.